Good afternoon, everybody. It is your commander and internet father Rebel here again on another Saturday night. And with Saturdays, we are here for another Warhammer painting stream. And we are still painting the Death Corps of Krieg. Granted, we did finally finish the combat engineers, minus a few things here and there that I wanted to add on later, but those will be small additions that felt like they could be done off stream. They weren't really going to add a whole lot to the overall details of the miniatures. But that's for the combat engineers. Today we have the standard Krieg infantry set that we will be working on. Granted, I am going to keep them in the same color pattern as what we had on the combat engineers, as far as their coat and armor and all that fun stuff. But as for everything else, it's going to be a little bit different. Weapon options are a little bit different for the standard infantry compared to the combat engineers. And they do not have as much armor. So it might make things easier, it might make things harder. Who knows? We'll find out once I get started. And I'm already dropping things. But we have 10 models to work with here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, because this could take a while. And I need to get to the red screen. All right. So as you can see, we have our combat engineers on full display. Just to kind of show them off, just to show the end product, and also to help with keeping up with reference for how the new guys should look. I am particularly happy with this guy here because of two reasons. One, if I can get him in focus here. One is a custom pattern on the plasma pistol and the chainsword. And two, this is technically a kit bash because I don't believe either of these pieces are meant to go on this particular model. But there is a unit in the combat engineers that can have both. But I thought this pose looked cooler. So he is the officer instead of whichever one it was supposed to be. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be this guy. But I mean, once you paint the metal and stuff like that on it, you really can't tell the difference. At least me personally, I can't really tell a huge difference. But that was for the combat engineers. Today we have the standard infantry, which is 10 units, primarily running the las pistol, specifically the Hellfire, or las gun, not the las pistol. Which, if you have played Dark Tide like I have, the major difference between these and standard las guns is that they are able to charge their shots to do more damage. But it makes it where they are single fire only. Anyway, let's go ahead and get them back in focus here. But we've got quite a few models to work with here, so I'm not going to take too much time rambling, we'll go ahead and start working. I think to start, I'm going to be using the number 4 brush to get all of the larger details on there. I might try and use the 6. I doubt it. I feel like that's going to be too much. But we're going to start with what we started with on the combat engineers, which was the gory red. You can see it. The lighting kind of makes it hard to see. There we go. Gory red by Vallejo. Just because I kind of prefer Vallejo over...
Oh, hello.
Hello, Crystal.
I have hopped in. I saw you.
Yeah, I'm doing some more painting today.
I just finished a 500-piece puzzle. My brain hurts so much.
Oh, that does sound rough.
The other one was 7,000, and then there was a 4,000 one.
I'm trying to figure out the best way to do... I'm trying to make it where I can paint these and everyone can actually see what all I'm actually doing.
Oh yeah, and I'm also gonna be an auntie again.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. My brother has swimmers. That's what my mom is calling him.
That's one way to put it, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to start with an easy one, which is just the standard one with a las gun. I did put bayonets on all but 3 of the las guns, just because, one, I'm pretty sure there was only that many bayonets in my available options on sprues. We'll go ahead and we'll set these guys to the side here so that I can put everything I need right here in front of me. I've definitely learned now with Vallejo paints, I do not have to thin them almost at all if I'm using a wet palette.
Yep. I thought you knew this.
I did not until I started using them more from the last stream, as I have a wet palette for painting miniatures because I'm used to using Citadel paints, and you have to thin those quite a bit. But yeah, Vallejo, you really don't have to thin them at all.
I mean, the smart way is the paints you have and start mixing them to make different colors.
Yeah, I mean, most of my colors that I use on these are pretty standard, so I don't have to do a whole lot of mixing. I like the dark reds and tans.
Speaking of hands, you have very delicate hands.
You know what? You quiet down over there. Keep my hands out of this.
I'm pretty sure your wife would agree.
Probably right.
It's kind of masculine in a female way.
Probably just because I've never really had a lot of jobs where I've had to do a lot of work with my hands. I feel like that's kind of how you can tell the difference in a guy's hands is guys who tend to work a lot with heavy machinery or with a lot of like heavy tools. It shows on their hands very, very easy. Because they will have very calloused hands, and that tends to make your hands a little bit bigger because it's basically swelling. Yeah, I didn't do all that. Most of my jobs have always been desk work, so.
Just desk work?
Desk.
So you're an accountant? No, I'm just kidding.
I was an analyst at one point. A lot of computers. I'm a computer.
Pretty sure I would probably run from the hills, not even enter that place.
Just because that kind of job sounds awful, or just because it's me that's there?
No, there's a lot of computers.
Yeah. Okay. I was about to be offended. I was like, wow, you just don't want to go there because I'm there, huh? Scared of me that much. Let's see how it is. It's fine.
No, it was the computers. It's the fear of computers.
I can already tell the thing I'm probably going to have the most difficulty with is the fact that there's less armor that I have to work with. And I'm trying to learn how to take better care of my brushes too, because I was realizing last time I was putting way too much paint on these brushes. Luckily, I washed them out really well, but they were frayed really bad by the time I was done.
Some brushes don't take a lot of paint, some take very little. And there's some that take a lot of paint and doesn't damage it.
Well, these are Da Vinci brand, which they're supposed to be like not the best, but like the second best brand of brushes you can get for miniatures. And I mean, they've worked really well and they've held up. This one was frayed a little bit, but it's just because I had way too much paint in the brush. I had almost maybe like a centimeter away from the ferrule. So I'm trying to be a little bit more careful now to not just soak my brush in paint when I don't need to. It is just kind of.
In July, I'm sitting. In July, I'm going to be house sitting.
Oh, really?
For my older sister, because she wants to go to San Antonio for something. She needs somebody to watch her big ass dogs. One looks like a fucking bear that can crush your ribs. The other one is a bit. She's a cuddle buddy, and then the other is a corgi.
Aw. I love
And
corgis.
yeah, they named him Kashi after Kakashi from Naruto.
Nice. I would have to try really hard to not name a corgi Eins if I had one.
Why?
Cause it's the classic corgi from Cowboy Bebop.
And they have the other dog is like one that you use to hurdle sheep and protect sheep.
Like a cattle dog.
A very big cattle dog.
Interesting.
Like you can probably ride him like a horse if you really wanted to.
To battle.
But I'm gonna be babysitting their house for 3 days. Is what she told me.
Doesn't sound too bad. Especially if it's just chilling with some dogs for a few days.
Actually, it's gonna be the first time I've ever done that sort of thing, and I'm gonna be alone, so might drive me a little bit crazy. That's if I have Wi-Fi. If I have Wi-Fi, then maybe I won't be alone. I'll probably join you in your streams and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think next week I'm going to take up your suggestion for 76 and start running a new character.
Thank God. I've been missing those 76 streams, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I've had alternate characters on there for a while. I just don't ever use them. The biggest thing for me is that like a lot of the plans that you get in game for making stuff, they're not like account wide, they're character specific. So I'm always worried I'm going to do an event and get a super rare plan that I would rather have on my main, and then I'm just stuck with it on my alt, and chances are I will not be able to like transfer it over.
Hi, mommy. No, it's Rebel.
Me every time my wife walks in the room. What?
It was my mother. My mother was asking who I was talking to. I didn't.
The guy you rejected.
The guy you rejected. I showed him this told her the guy you rejected on the street.
It's okay. It's all in fun. I'm married as well, so.
Technically, if she left Texas, she wouldn't be married anymore. She's only married in Texas. That's the agreement. If she left the states, like Texas region, say go to Florida, California, she will not be legally married.
Well, you heard it from the horse's mouth, chat. You want a chance with Crystal's mom, you're gonna have to convince her to leave the state.
Holy shit, it's a deer.
Yeah.
Oh. Never mind, it's a dog. Hi, baby. Hi, sweetheart. Baby. Hi. Hello, baby. I'm pretty sure you're the neighbor's dog, aren't you? You are the neighbor's dog, aren't you? Oh, there's another dog with a diaper. Hi, babies.
That's something. I mean, I've seen dogs with diapers, but it's still weird.
I don't think they're supposed to be out. That's the issue. I'm trying to hurl them back to their neighbors.
Anytime you see a dog with a diaper, my immediate thought is either one, there's something wrong with that dog, or there's something wrong with their owner.
They're back out again, damn it. Okay, let's hurl them back to the neighbors again.
Round them back.
The pit bull was actually near our yard. Come on, Papa.
I'll wrangle up some doggos. I tell you what.
Come on, babies.
I missed a huge spot right
Come
there.
on, babies.
I don't know how they're getting out.
This is crazy. How did they get out?
Well,
Hold on, let's read that. Do you have a little one?
no, just those two. You're looking for the Chihuahua?
Yeah.
She
Let me
might
see.
be.
Let me go.
Okay.
Oh boy. The other two were over there near the trees.
Collie?
Yeah, the trees and stuff. So maybe the other one could be over there. I don't. Yeah, they were over there and they walked up to me and started licking me, and I was like, okay, they're not supposed to be out here.
He's escaping.
So she's the scaredest one, right? Well, it might, because they were walking over here, so I don't know. I thought it was a deer for a second there, but it wasn't a deer. I don't have shoes on, so let me go get some shoes. The dogs got out again, Mom. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go help Ben look for the Chihuahua because he went missing. We think the Chihuahua got out, so. Our new neighbors have like dogs, like big dogs.
Uh-huh.
So I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave you in my room.
I gotta wrangle up the pooches so they don't get eights. Chihuahua's a delicacy to a large dog. Man, I went through that red paint super quick. And this is coming off. Ugh. Hands already sweating. Okay. Another drop of red on there. Put a few extra coats of red on there, because that black primer really wants to show through if I don't put a decent coat on everything. And I got it right on the helmet, which is what I've been trying to avoid this whole time. It's fine. We get on the armor, we're going to touch it up with black paint anyway. That's why you start with the large parts of the project first. Work your way down. Also trying to keep it steady strokes so it doesn't have a weird brush pattern all over everything. On the right side, I think I have found a decent angle for the camera where it's able to pick up all of the details that I'm working on better. Okay. Finish topping off the arms. Really want to try and get these collars. Getting all over everything else. Easier said than done, apparently. I think that one's good. Question is should I just focus on one model at a time, or should I get the red on everything first and then start doing everything else? I feel like it would make more sense to go ahead and just do one color at a time, but I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it. Okay.
I think I made my mom cry.
Why?
So sweet words to her that she's never heard from me before. And I kissed her on the forehead. So.
Look at you being all sweet to your man.
I swear I might have gotten the poison ivy again. If I did, then fuck. It's good.
The day that I can do these collars and not get it on the armor is the day that I say that I am an expert painter.
They're cute dogs. They're not aggressive though. They're very cute.
Mm-hmm.
I would be scared if they were aggressive. The pit bull wasn't aggressive, which is surprising. Because people would be scared of pit bulls.
Yeah, that's mostly a culture thing, because really crappy people use them for dogfights, so everyone's like, oh, they're all mean, aggressive dogs, which, I mean, it could be said that pit bulls are more aggressive than other breeds. I mean, the memes are there.
I love them.
Pit bulls eating kid faces.
I love dogs.
I love dogs too.
Too bad Mom said when the last dog dies, we're not gonna get another dog. Meaning our Chihuahua named Pablo, who's kind of on his last legs at this point, dies. We're only gonna be a cat family.
It's gonna be like pastoroni ravioli with her dog, her wiener dog, or it's just a running meme that, or they had a stream where they were doing like meme photos, and the whole joke of the session is that they were going to predict when her dog was going to die because it's like 14 years old. Like, we're going to predict it's going to happen on July 12th, and you are going to live stream it as it happens.
That is fucked up.
Hey!
It's my dog. It's my dog.
I got Lucas here.
Thanks.
Love my dog.
How old?
How old is it?
Pablo.
15, 14.
Pablo's 15, 14? I think he's 14.
It's right there, baby. I put you right there. Yeah, I think he's 14.
He's 14 years old.
That's above average lifespan for a dog, so good on him.
Well,
What remote?
he's a chihuahua, so he's a baby.
It's because he's a chihuahua. He's too angry to die yet.
No, he's stubborn.
Got that tiny dog energy. It's like, no, I go out when I want to go out.
He's a very docile dog.
I mean, of course he is. He's 14.
He's old, he's blind, his hip is broken.
I haven't ever found a dog that was that old to not be docile. It's called being old. I would be docile if I was that old in human years. It's like in your 90s. I would like to think that I just turn into just a lazy but sweet old man. Unless Ruby goes before me, then I'm going to be the most crotchety little shit old man the world has ever seen. Because I'm going to hate the world.
I want to paint your toes.
No.
I really just want to paint somebody's nails.
Can't paint mine. I'm way too ticklish. You will get kicked in the face. This is not a threat. This is a promise. Ruby had me go with her to get a pedicure once. I will never go back.
Leave it. It's a good song.
Granted, my feet looked my toenails and everything looked fantastic, but it was absolute torture. Because I am incredibly ticklish on my feet. I don't think you understand when I say they are ticklish.
Listen, as somebody who messes with her mother's toes, because she doesn't let anyone touch her toes. No one. Except for me, because somehow, some way, I am an expert in massaging feet.
I'll let Ruby massage mine. That's as far as I can handle. Anything past that, like, I cannot. I have to fight to not, like, kick away whatever is touching my feet.
I'm an expert in massaging in general. Like, I'm really good at it. Only because, I think it's because I have tiny hands. That my tiny hands can get into the deepest crevices in your back. And it just feels so good. You probably melt like butter.
Like butter?
Yep.
You learn all the techniques and stuff. You could be a masseuse.
I could.
Making big bucks.
I have to go to college for that. I have to go to college and everything. I don't wanna. I like doing it for free.
That's fair. I'm not a fan of college either. Did it. Sucked. Wasted $18,000. For a degree that I haven't used since I graduated. I worked for the college IT department. That's the last IT job I ever had. Try to clean this brush off a little bit. I feel like it's starting to get a little clumpy.
A little clumpy.
Getting little clumpy red bits in it. It's making it hard to paint. Still don't know, like, proper, like, I don't know the proper term, brush etiquette, I guess. Like, should I submerge my brushes in water to clean them? Or should I just clean off like the tip where all the paint was. I don't know. It's a lot.
It's a lot to remember.
Can't wait for my wet palette to be stained even more red than it already is. I go through a lot of red paint. At least with the Krieg. With the Space Marines that I'm working on, then my wet palette will be stained green. But I am doing a homebrew thing for my Space Marines. Because I think I'm going to make them an offshoot of the Iron Warriors. But follow the same rules as the Black Templars as far as on the tabletop, which is definitely a unique way to do it. I mean, really the only ruling on Templars really is most of their units are primarily melee focused, and you cannot have the librarian model in your army because they do not work with witches. Because that's heresy. Because this Codex Astartes ein Burscheisen.
Were you speaking German?
A little bit. Hey, MechTech, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Nuggets. What is that in my... Okay, it was just a bubble. I was wondering.
Person I can eat.
Huh?
It's a new person I can eat.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're a MechTech, they might be in a mech. I don't know if it'd be very appetizing to eat a mech. Probably way too much iron.
I need some iron, honestly, in my diet.
I feel like I've got to be getting close to 500 at this point. I don't even know what I'm at now. Once I get to 500, I feel like I got to do something to celebrate. That was kind of the whole goal of last year, but I didn't reach it then, so... The lads would like to not be eaten. Well, sorry to say, but if Crystal's in the stream, it's not really a choice. I'm sorry. I can't do anything to stop her.
It's not really a choice. You joined the stream, so...
It was not a request.
It was not a request. I'm gonna do it anyways.
She's the reason I was stuck at 450 for like... What, 2 months? Or that's the joke anyway, is that she keeps eating the new people that follow me. Or every time she eats one of my followers, a new one shows up to take their place. Like a Hydra.
That is... Yeah.
Only if it was a Hydra, it would be better, because it would mean for every person she eats, 2 more would take their place, so I would actually be growing. But, yeah. I'm not that lucky.
I'm gonna eat somebody they're living in an apartment, because I have an apartment in my stomach. And the fancy apartments that people can only afford.
Oh, do they have to pay amenities?
No, nothing.
Oh, well, hot damn. I mean, shit. It's a good deal. I'd be willing to be eaten if it means I gotta apartment with free rent and free amenities. This is a good deal.
Free food too, man. You're
I
allowed
mean,
to
it's
leave the
always
house.
secondhand and leftovers, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers. I mean, have you seen the housing economy right now? It's crazy.
You know what? Fix.
For the low price of being eaten, you too can have rent-free housing with all amenities paid.
Even when I'm in my tiny form, you guys shrink with my normal form. If I become a giant in my goddess form, you become a giant in a basically it grows and shrinks with me. Everyone does.
That's pretty neat. Save Ruby having to use her powers, she's get eaten by you, and then she's gonna be giant that way. What are they, Lord Farquaad at the end of Shrek? I mean, I feel like it's more spacious than that. I mean, that's not even like a one-bedroom apartment. That was like a Chinese apartment.
There's a whole ecosystem down there.
Have you watched Megami?
No, I have not.
You should, because her lore is very similar to what you're describing. She is a witch goddess, is her lore, but she does a lot of like size related art, a lot of lore and things like that. And her thing is she literally has like an entire like universe in her stomach.
I do actually.
So when she eats her followers, they just live in an alternate universe.
Yeah. Basically, I'm taking your people to a new world.
A whole new world.
Where everything is free and you don't have to pay for shit.
I don't know. That sounds an awful lot like communism. I ain't about that. What's the catch?
There is no catch.
Stomach
You just have
acids.
to-
Oh, there it is.
No, that's the volcanoes in my stomach.
So you just gotta know the safe places to set up housing. It's like you don't set up near the volcano. That's rule one. It's like the first thing they tell you in construction in like Hawaii, probably. What's the first rule of construction in Hawaii? Don't build near the volcanoes. Don't build near the volcanoes. Everything's free, but you're most likely to die. Yes, I mean, yeah, you're right. That is communism. You know what? It works. You hear that, everybody? Communism is like being vored. Everything's free, but you will probably eventually die.
Of old age.
No, not of old age.
This is my lore, not your lore.
I feel like it would get kind of boring after a while just being... I mean, what's... Is it literally just a whole nother universe there? Like...
Yeah, you can cause wars. You stab it to your own and shit like that. I don't give a shit.
So basically, like, I could already be there and not even know it, just making Warhammer models in a whole nother universe, not ever realizing that I had already been eaten. It's all fun and
The
games
catch
till
is
stomach
there is
ache.
zombies. The catch is there is zombies. Good luck.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, the zombies tend to not bother me since I already am one. Doesn't mean I ignore them, though.
All fun and games until a stomach ache. Yeah, if there's a stomach ache and I'm puking, you're coming right out. I'm sorry. And then I have to re-eat you, and it's gonna be a whole process.
Ugh. The idea of re-eating something I vomited does not sound appealing at all.
I have to scrub you clean and make sure you're all clean before I season you and put you in the cooker and then eat you.
Gross. See, there's some parts of that fantasy that's like, oh yeah, now I remember why I don't like it. Or when it gets too close to the reality of it, is like, no, I'm good.
You're not good if your wife wants to eat you.
I mean, mouth play, sure, but like, I don't want to go in her stomach and just. I mean, granted, in reality, I would pass out from lack of oxygen before I would actually die from anything else. So it's not like it would be painful or anything.
Technically, I eat a lot of trees, so there might be oxygen in my stomach.
You know what? MechTech makes a great point with that emote. What happens when you need to go to the bathroom? Don't you dare say that you just re-eat them after the fact. I will mute you for the rest of the stream.
Goddesses don't poop, Rebel. I don't even think we can.
That, you know, actually, that's a good point. Like, do gods actually have the need for, like, going to the bathroom for... I mean, technically, if you're a god, do you even need a digestive tract? But...
No, not really. We eat just for fun, honestly.
Well, this is a weird painting stream, if I've ever heard one.
We eat for fun, just to feel normal.
So we can feel human like the people that we want to eat. They'll let us eat them if we relate to them more. You know what? I'm gonna let you have that terrible dad joke just because I am also a dad. I'm gonna let you have that one. A shitty experience. Ba-doom-tsh. What world was that? That pick up on my mic?
What picked up on your mic?
Well, that answers that question. It sounded like somebody was slamming on my door like crazy, and where did that come from? Did you use the Discord soundboard?
Yes.
I always forget that that's a thing. Because I use voice mod, so I already have a soundboard for doing that. That's how my voice sounds the way it does. But mine are just way more cringe, like, yeah. Or,
I'm so f***ing high right now!
yeah. Is that picking up at all in the Discord?
It is.
Okay. Oh, this one's a good one. This one's a classic.
Oh god! Natural light!
That me for real.
That's me too, because I don't go outside.
what's this touching grass shit? Gross. Oh wait, this is
He loves his
probably.
dad joke. That was the worst dad joke you got on hand right now.
I got a whole booklet of dad jokes, but hang on, my favorite sound on my soundboard.
Bitch, I'm adorable.
Yeah.
You know what? You are pretty adorable.
Oh, not that button.
Oh, Red, you would explain?
No. Nope. Wait. I can't stop it. No. I have some sus sound alerts for funny moments. It's fine. What do you call a big pile of cats? Oh man, an ad break kicked in. Riley posted it. What a shame. A mountain. I like it.
Bruh.
What was this one? Oh, I remember. If you recognize that sound, I know what your search history looks like. Somebody goes to a special website that ends in Haven. Me over here forgetting I have this stand specifically so it's easier for me to paint miniatures because I'm a dumbass. Oh, I think this needs to be rinsed off a little bit again. It's starting to get a little clumpy. Okay. Clean these off. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have sound redeemed specifically from Warhammer. I kind of forget that. It's because I haven't messed with the soundboard in forever because I hadn't been using voice mod in a long time because it was what Shrap Nugget always ran through. But I felt like that was kind of boring because it's like there's so much more I could be doing with voice mod than just letting Shrap Nugget talk out of it. He has a new voice. It doesn't sound as like robot. It doesn't have as many robot effects to it, but it's still a cute like anime character voice, so I feel like it works.
Oh my god, Rebel, guess what?
What?
2-year follower anniversary.
Oh my god.
That is my 2-year follower anniversary. Just now, it just said celebrate Rebel Red's follower anniversary by joining their miniature and model stream right now.
Okay. So
Oh, Ruby has entered the chat.
okay. So I get the message back from the people from the dresser, and they're like, "We have 3 options for you. If there's something that's broken and you want to keep it, blah blah blah, we can send you something, or we can attempt to fix it, or you can keep the product and we'll send you a $50 refund, only a $50 refund." And then it says something about, or you can change the status to not defective but no longer need, and we'll do a full like refund or whatever. I was like, I don't know what the difference is. Like, if I document that it was defective versus no longer need, I don't feel like that's accurate. Like, it's defective. So I sent.
It's because they want to keep the reviews and the product and everything. It still looks good on their ends. They'd rather you say no longer needed than to say there was something wrong with it.
Yeah, no, but it was defective. So I'm like, all right, I tell them we're missing 3 D's, both S's, and then I'm like, we don't mind to keep the product if you can send us the replacement piece. So then I go in there and I'm like, before I say replace these pieces, I'm gonna double check. Wouldn't you know that there's 4 more pieces that go into the drawers that are also missing? 4 O's that are missing. So I guess there's N's and there's O's, and they're like flip-flopped.
Oh yeah, we would need those. They're what put the actual drawer itself together.
Right. There's 4 of them missing.
Lovely.
So I just messaged back and I was like, we're apparently also missing 4 O's. I just, like, at this point, you are literally missing 8 pieces of a furniture set. Like, that's not, oh, one of them got missed or whatever. What did
It's
you
like
do?
half of the drawers missing.
Yes. Half of this dresser is missing. So my bet is that somebody returned said dresser.
Without all the pieces, and they just sent it back as if it was new.
Uh-huh. And they sent it to us because all the styrofoam and stuff was broken whenever we got it in the first place. Not all of it, but a good portion of it. But I don't think that all the pieces made it to us.
Well, I hate to say that's what you get for ordering from TikTok, but
Very
what you
true.
get from ordering from TikTok.
At least they're responding to me with...
No, I'd rather it be through messages, because when I tried calling, as immediately as like, well, this person's first language isn't English.
Well, it was based, I looked it up, like the company I think is based out of the UK. So...
Their call center's not.
Yeah, well...
Ugh. I would rather deal with a robot
I'm
than
perturbed.
that.
I'm perturbed.
I don't blame you. It sounds kind of dumb.
I mean, as far as the price and stuff like that, I would rather them just parts.
I mean, if they're just going to give you a full refund for just saying that it's no longer needed, I bet you could find the parts that we need just online
No, I
somewhere.
think if they do a full refund, they want us to send it back to them. If we just say, "Oh, can't," period, just keep the product in $8.
And I doubt that's even going to be enough to pay for what they messed up.
They're gonna have to back, and the cost to ship it back, probably to the UK from here, is probably well over $50. So they're probably just trying to save having to ship it back.
Probably.
But if you're gonna have that many already, what's it? No, a third.
Yeah. So that's what I was doing all day today. Putting together a dresser. Granted, the one that I put together, all the parts were there. But the one that Ruby was trying to put together for Little Red's room was missing like 8 parts, and all of them make up like half of the dresser. So it can't be put together without them. And then we can either, from the way she says it, we can either send it back, which means we would have to take it completely apart, what we've already put together, put back in the box, ship back, and have them send us another one, or get a full refund, or get a credit of $50, which I'm pretty sure the whole set was like $180.
Cross that off the line. That is not a good deal.
Long story short, don't order off TikTok Shop. It's really no better than Temu, and honestly probably worse. I don't like buying anything off of TikTok anyway, because half of the stuff that they have advertised on TikTok is AI anyway. seen so many things on TikTok. I was like, oh man, that looks really cool. And then it takes like 2 seconds for me to realize, oh, it's AI. So they're basically like, whatever they're selling you is not even going to remotely do what it shows in the TikTok. Which honestly, the only way I can see them not getting sued for that is if it's based outside of the US, which it probably is. Because we have this magical thing in America called false advertising, where if you just blatantly lie to sell a product, you can get sued. Which sounds totally fair to me. You promise me a product and then I get it and it does not deliver on any of the things that you promised. I should have every right to get a refund, and then if I don't get a refund, I sue you for that refund. Of course, we also live in messed up loony world where if a company's big enough, they can just set up a court case against you, basically being like, I mean, you can try and get your money back, but we'll make sure you go through so many court cases it costs you 4 times as much as it would have cost to just give you your money back. So in the end, we still get all your money and it wasn't even worth it. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, I'm basically referencing the Lego scandal that happened a few weeks ago. Elderly man sold, or I guess, what would you call it? Not sold, but like gave his Lego set, which was like the largest Star Wars Lego set in the world, to a company, or I guess he leased it, is what it was. And then that company got bought out or something along those lines. And they still had the contract for his items, and he was supposed to either be given them back or be paid what they would have leased them for, and they never did. And they basically just bombarded them with court cases where it was going to cost several thousands of dollars that was going to be more than those Lego sets were worth. And there's actually a big deal about it because a big YouTuber was like going after them, but apparently they had it in with the law enforcement in their area. And I don't even know where it's at now, but the company is called Bricks and Minifigs, so for anyone wondering, definitely don't do business with them because their CEO and everyone else is pieces of shit.
Oh my god, I have been following for 2 years.
Let's go. Look at you.
Look at that.
Dedicated fan. I feel so loved.
This, I guess today marks my anniversary for your stream.
Who would have thought? It's just crazy to think that I've been streaming for that long, or even longer than that, because I've been streaming for about 3 as a VTuber anyway. I've probably been total streaming time. I've probably streamed for about 4 years, but I streamed IRL for about like 6 months, and then the job I was in, I had to quit, and I basically had to stop streaming altogether during that time. and then I was like, I'm probably too old to be doing that stuff anyway, and all that junk. And then I found Victoria the Sun Eater and Matara, who were both, I think Matara is about the same age as me. Or I think they're both actually older than me. I think Matara's 36 and Vex just turned 40. And they're both pretty well known VTubers. I was like, well, if they can do it and they're older than I am, what's to stop me from doing it? So I started back up again, and I've been doing it for 3 years since then.
Latest flesh-eating bacteria outbreak around the world. Interesting.
Delicious. Delicious flesh.
I mean, there's zombies out there now, but haven't took over the world yet.
It's okay. I've already got my plan for that. Gotta have your zombie contingency. It's very important. Really, it doesn't even have to be just zombies. It's good to just have a shit hits the fan plan. I mean, my plan is really not all that in depth, because I don't really plan on going anywhere, because I'm in a pretty secluded area anyways. I mean, I live in an area where there's not even a traffic light. So I wouldn't really have a reason to peace the F out if things go south. Now, some of my friends, on the other hand, might need to. Well, actually, no, not anymore. Because one of them used to live in Louisville, but after all of the rioting and everything, after like the quote-unquote summer of love, because of all of the Black Lives Matter riots, he ended up moving out of the city. And he's actually getting married tomorrow, and I'll be going to the wedding. Even though I don't really talk with him that much anymore. And then his fiance and Ruby are pretty good friends at this point too, so. To be honest, I am not looking forward to it. Just because I don't like having to interact with people I don't know. And I'm sure there's going to be a ton of people that I don't know at this wedding, and it's the wedding and the reception that we're going to. It's like, why can't we just go to the wedding? Why? I guess I should try and be a good friend, since I don't have a whole lot of... I mean, let's be honest, I don't really have any close friends around me anymore.
We're in Texas, aren't we?
You are, I'm not.
Oh, that's sad.
No, I'm about 15 hours away from Texas.
Oh, Renee's like 20. So,
I'm in Kentucky. It's about a 15-hour drive from here to there. And because we have actually drove out there once. Been a long time ago, but I have been out there, been out to Dallas.
I mean, Dallas has a lot of cool shit.
Yep. My dad wanted to go, or it was when Little Red was a little bit younger. Anytime that we went on vacations, we would usually take my mom and dad along with us, just because he would usually always want them to go. And then a lot of times it made the trip a little bit easier because it made it where there were 4 eyes on the kid at all times instead of just 2. And Dad went, and I think he went and saw the Cowboys stadium because they do tours of it there. So, and then we saw them release let out the bulls at the, I don't know what the place is called, but like the big, like Longhorn farm that's like in the middle of Dallas. It's like where I think they still have stone roads there just because it's easier on the bulls to walk on it than on pavement. Ma'am, where's your microphone right now?
Nowhere?
That sounded like a lie. I have a feeling it is where it normally ends up when I hear a ton of feedback coming off of it.
Leave me alone! I'm comfy!
I guess your mic is real comfy.
It's definitely comfy, ain't it? It's definitely somewhere. Definitely.
Like I can imagine like fan art right now of like POV your Crystal's microphone, and it's just like a classic like size art upshot in between someone's shirt. Okay. Gosh, I've been streaming for an hour and a half. I've just gotten the coats done on 2 models. I'll be using a bigger brush for this. I feel like that's why this is taking me so long. That, and I think I'm not cleaning them off as often as I should be, and there's getting a lot of paint is getting gunked up in the bristles, making it harder to do. There's definitely, yeah. There's definitely some paint getting trapped in this brush. There we go. I think they got rid of it. there's that one done. I think I'm going to try and use a number 6 brush, which is quite a bit bigger, but I think it will make doing the coat on this miniature a lot easier. Wet it a little bit. I don't think I've actually used this brush yet, so it's still kind of stiff. There we go. Got the number 6. Very large brush. Which means I can put a lot more paint on it without worrying about messing it up. Oh yeah, that's way better. I know one thing I want to try and start learning how to do is dry brushing. And I think since I got that new starter set that has like the Orc Combat Patrol in it, I think that's what I'm going to use to start trying to learn, because I'm not as worried about messing up orcs as I would be guardsmen or space marines. How is Renee doing? I haven't heard from him in a bit. I haven't been able to catch his streams in a while either.
How the fuck do I know?
Fuck you mean how you know? You're his girlfriend.
I'm sure he's fine.
Is there something that I don't know about that I should?
No, we're good. He hardly talks to me, so.
Well, I have to teach him a thing or two. Like, you want to keep a girlfriend, bro, you gotta communicate with your lady. I can't tell if this brush is making it better or if it's making it easier or harder to paint these guys. If it keeps fraying like it's doing, it's definitely making it harder. I was actually going to reach out to him about helping with the potential project that me and Will would be working on.
Hmm. Then give me a sec.
Want to do a cover and didn't know if he would be interested in working on that with us or not. It would be metal, which I know he's not had as much experience with as like EDM and stuff, but
Let's see if he responds to that.
this I definitely feel like this brush is not helping at all. It's way too big. Yep, I'm just gonna we're just gonna call that a no. Say no to that one and call it a day.
Renee's in a call right now.
Understandable. Let's see, what other brushes do I have? I have this number 8, which weirdly enough seems like it's smaller than the 6 that I was just using. Hmm. Could be that I'm just running low on paint too. There we go. like this brush just doesn't absorb a lot of paint. That's a little better. That's looking a little better.
It's been too quiet in here, Rebel.
My apologies. I am focused.
Well, guess what?
Still trying
Fucking
to.
spin the wheel.
How dare you? Laughing like a evil little gremlin.
I am an evil gremlin.
You are. One moment.
Who's Helios VA? He's stalking your stream right now.
Who?
Helios.
Oh.
HELIOS VA.
Wow, why'd I just sell him out like that? That was who I was collabing with Thursday with Zombie. Playing some Dark Tide. Had a pretty good time. I believe so?
My people? My people?
Pretty sure his model's a wolf. I know it. I think it was at one point. I think he's rebranded recently.
There's not many wolves out there.
What do you mean? So many.
Half wolves. There's furries.
I feel like there's several wolf, like, vtubers. I think we'll come back to painting more on that one. But I guess for now, I gotta spin the stupid wheel. Let me finish cleaning my brush off. Not good to leave dried paint on my brush while I get this done. Really need to clean off this paintbrush holder too. Got a lot of leftover paint on the edges. Okay, let's find this stupid wheel. Where is it? I can't even remember where I have it bookmarked at. There. Let's see. There's one thing on the wheel that wouldn't make a lot of sense for the stream right now if it landed on it. So we'll just say if it lands on that, we'll spin it again. Because I have one that's picked my loadout, and that doesn't really make any sense for what we're doing right now.
Yep.
So let's bring it up. Alright, so we have the wheel. And I don't know where to put you. We'll just put you a little bit closer to Shrap Nugget so that people can actually see the wheel. Alright. Still have quite a few choices since the last time we reset it. I don't think it's really been that long ago since we did reset the wheel. But here we go. Fatherly advice. Man, honestly, that's a tough one. I have to think about that one when that comes up. Unless you have something in mind that you would like fatherly advice on.
That would be something my brother would probably want to be asking. Because his dad never really raised him.
I could pass on some knowledge for you. Go ahead and hide that choice on the wheel for now that we have knocked that one off.
I don't have anything to ask, honestly.
I feel like I'm trying to think of something that I've kind of learned myself recently. feel like the best advice I can give right now is that make time for your family, because it may not matter that much to you, but you never know how much it matters to them. Like, I have definitely had times where I've felt guilty, where I've had like a long day at work and I'm really tired, and Little Red is wanting me to play a game or something with them, and I tell him no, and I always feel guilty because I feel like I tell him no a lot. But a lot of times I have to go back and think about when I was a kid. Like, my dad worked a third shift in a factory probably until I was almost 18. So I only got to see my dad like 2 days a week, if even that much, unless it was a vacation. But in those times that he was there, he was trying to do everything he could to spend as much time with me as he could. And I feel like as long as you are showing that you are making the time for your family, they recognize that. So I guess just don't beat yourself up if you can't always spend the time with the people you care about. Just spend the time with them when you can. And when you do, and you show that you dedicate time to them, they will recognize that. Because literally, for Father's Day, Little Red went with my dad to find me a Father's Day gift, and he found of course he found a coffee cup, and it was like, this is perfect, Dad loves to drink coffee, this would be perfect for him. And it has the world's greatest dad on it, and it was literally the only one they had in the store. So it was like, it was meant to be that was what he was meant to get me. So maybe it's a sign that I'm not doing too terrible of a job as a dad. Even though sometimes I definitely will never claim to be the perfect dad. There's definitely times where I felt like I haven't done enough, but Little Red definitely reminds me from time to time that I'm doing enough to make him happy. So I guess that's really the best that I can do. So how was that for fatherly advice? Crystal?
Yes.
I was gonna say, you got awful quiet. I was like, did I get too deep with my story? Because I know Father's Day was not a great day for you.
Never was. Ah.
Yeah, I didn't get to spend a lot of time with my dad growing up, but anytime that he could, he always wanted to make time for me. Granted, as I got older, I didn't feel the need to always want to spend time with him. But as I've gotten like out of school and have a family of my own now, I definitely feel more connected with my dad. Probably just because it's like, well, now that I'm a dad, I understand why he did a lot of the things he did when I was growing up. But I know that's one thing that my dad has always been super guilty about, is me having to grow up without him being there a lot. But I've always tried to tell him, I was like, Dad, I'm old enough now, I get it. You were doing that because you felt like it was the only way that you could provide for us. I get it. I might not have understood it then, but I understand it now, and I'm glad that you were willing to do that for us. And that's all that matters. And now he's retired and he spends a lot of his time with Little Red, especially whenever school's going on and me and Ruby both have to work. He usually goes over to their house after school. And I'm sure he feels guilty about that too. It's like all this time that I get to spend with my grandson that I didn't get to spend with my actual son. But I think it kind of changed how I view like looking for jobs. Especially since Little Red's been around. I've always, anytime that I felt like I needed to find a new job, I always tried to find one where it's like, I don't want to have a job where I'm never home. Unless it's like absolutely have to for us to get by. It's like, if I can work a job that doesn't pay great, but it pays enough that I can be there for him most of the time, I'm going to pick that over a job that pays really well, but I never get to really be home. So I could easily just be truck driver making decent money, and granted, with truck drivers you do get a lot of downtime between jobs, but during those jobs you're spending sometimes weeks at a time on the road. And then that's got to be hard for everybody involved, not just the guy working the job, but if you're a truck driver and you've got a family, you've got a wife that's weeks at a time having to be alone at home with the kids. You have kids that are having to go without their dad for weeks at a time. It's hard, but people do it. Definitely not for me, though. To change the subject back to what I'm working on, is it weird that the brush I'm using now, I feel like I'm having an easier time with than the ones that I bought that are like the expensive brand? Granted, I think with these brushes, they're going to be pretty similar because this one's Kolinsky sable hair, just like the Da Vinci ones are, but I would say the Da Vinci ones are probably better quality where they'll last longer. So I'll probably get more models out of the Da Vinci ones than I will get out of these Kolinsky brushes, but I do like the Kolinskys a lot. And they're moderately cheap, so I'm not as worried about messing them up as I would be with the Da Vinci ones. Or like the, these are Golden Maple brand. I don't know why I said Kolinsky. That's the type of brush, not the brand. I think what makes this one easier is it's got a lot more fine point to it than the like number 6 Da Vinci brush I was using. So it's easier to get in to get the small details on it. Where with the other brush, I could get to the small details, but I was more often than not getting paint on everything around it. Which I'm still getting a little bit of paint here and there, but I don't feel like I'm getting near as much as what I was getting with the Da Vinci brush. I'm really hoping that I get an update on my 3D models here soon. Said he would keep me updated through Discord with any progress that he's made on it. And I mean, I haven't ever worked with them before, but I do know other VTubers that have worked with them before, so I feel like I can trust. If I can't trust the artist that because I haven't ever met them, I can trust the VTubers that I know that mention anything if they're like suspicious or anything, or if they got ripped off or something like that. And I've heard just good things about them, so it's just a little bit slower process because he kind of does a little bit of everything art-wise, so like 3D modeling, art commissions. I think he does a little bit of like 2D models as well. So he keeps himself pretty busy, which means that the time frame for my model and stuff is a little bit longer, which is fine. I don't really have a deadline for it. I mean, I would like to have updates on it, just enough to know like if and when I can set a date for like posting stuff, advertising it. But and it has got me thinking when I'm actually just streaming regularly. I honestly need to practice movement with my model. Just because with VTubing, it kind of takes a little bit of puppetry to really make your model stick out to people. With what I'm doing right now, it doesn't really make a difference because I'm painting. The thing that you're probably going to be paying attention to the most is what my hands are doing. But playing games, you're more prone to look at my model, and if I'm just standing there, just talking and no movement, especially because my model wears a mask, there's really not a lot going on to really draw people's attention. So I need to practice being more active with my model as I talk and stuff. I feel like I'm just not getting a good coat on these jackets. I can still see a lot of the primer underneath.
Mm.
Welcome back from the ad break, everybody. I really wish I didn't have to have ad breaks. That's the only way I can avoid pre-roll ads for anyone new wanting to join the stream. I don't know why I'm focusing so hard on his back. Like, I'm just now realizing that. It's like, he's gonna have a backpack on. You're not gonna be able to see it. I'm an idiot. Waste so much time for nothing. thing I feel like I definitely need to work on with the painting streams is clipping more. I feel like I miss out on a lot of opportunities for clips just because I'm way too zoned in on what I'm doing on these. This stinking collar. Okay. What is that? 4 out of 9? Wait. Am I missing one? I feel like there should be 10. Am I crazy? Hold on. Where's the box? I am missing one. What do I do with it? Command squad. 6. 4, 5. 1. Going crazy. Okay, I am going crazy. I was missing one. It was Binoculars Man.
Now being given back.
Can't forget about looking through binoculars, man.
Nelly loves them.
He's important to the squad.
And he's got bombarded with giant ponies.
What about giant ponies?
My brother threw Milo ponies at me, so I'm buried underneath a lot of stuffed animals right now.
Yeah. I was telling Ruby that she might want to have Little Red organize his stuffed animals sooner rather than later, just because of all the rain we've been getting right now. Just because I'm a little paranoid about our basement flooding. Just because it has done that several times in the past. Granted, we do have a sump pump now, so it's not an issue as long as it's just rain. But if the power goes out, we'll be in the same predicament. So I basically told her, is like, because I was going to pick up food, like, while I'm gone, if the power goes out, you and Little Red better make a mad dash to the basement to get all of his stuffies out of the floor. Otherwise, they will be swimming. Granted, I think they've already gotten all of them out now. Brush it. I'm going to take this stream to experiment with some brushes. I feel like I did not give these brushes a fair chance because I was not using them properly. I have a 2, a 4, 0, 1, and 0.25. What's the other one that I have? Oh, it's a half one. We might use that. Alright, I'm gonna try out this 3 one. We'll see how well it does on a few of these. I don't know who I should work on next. I guess we'll just work on the regular dude. Aiming down gunman. I think with these brushes, I was just dumb and didn't know how to properly use a brush. Because they're working pretty well now that I'm actually doing it right. And not just absolutely drowning them in paint. Can't tell if there's a bunch of buildup from the paint or this brush though. Seeing little specks getting mixed in. Kind of annoying. Like I'm gonna have to restock on my gory red paint before this is done. I got some paint on my fingies. Hopefully I didn't smear any and mess it up on the model. I feel like I'm gonna have to stream this more than once every other week if I'm gonna get these done before the end of the year. You to the side, because you are getting in my way. I can already feel like it's getting about that time to call it for the night. You can tell once my back starts hurting from being hunched over like a goblin. About time to call it quits. And my back was already kind of hurting from working on those dressers today. Okay. Get these arms painted up. Okay. 5 out of 5. We'll go ahead and do the Flamer Kriegsman next. Oh. There we go. Try not to hit the flamer hose or nozzle, whatever you want to call it. Well, that went about as well as expected. Hands are getting shaky. See a little bit I missed underneath. The good lighting makes all the difference. All in all, not bad for the first coat. Not quicker this time, at least. I really just messed that up. That's fine though. I can go over it with some copper paint. That's probably what that nozzle's supposed to be painted anyway. Like I want to try and get all of these, at least get their coats done. Because I know I'm not getting the full models done before the night's over. Alright. Alright, touch up the collars one more time. up his sleeve a little bit. Feel like it's still showing that primer quite a bit. Once I do that, I think that one's good. Oh man. Feel like we're making good time. I could be wrong, and this could be way longer than the average. But let's see, we've been streaming for almost 3 hours, and we've got about 5. Wait. Oh, it was blending in with the combat engineers. So we've got 6 in about 3 hours. So about what, 20 minutes a model? That's pretty decent, I think. I know like speed painters can do like a model like every 10 minutes, but I'm not really speed painting per se, so it's kind of why I want to start learning to do dry brushing, because that's probably when I'll start trying to learn how to do speed painting. But I feel like it would be weird to make my Krieg army and one of the units be using a completely different painting style. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I feel like it would definitely have a very obvious contrast from the rest of the models if I only had one of them be done with dry brushing. Okay. I feel like this one's going to be a pain just because I have to work around his las gun quite a bit. This might be the last one that I work on tonight. We'll see how much time I have left once I'm done with this one. I doubt I'll have a whole lot of time left to do much more before 11 o'clock. What is that? Something, a fine hair or something in it that is messing me up. Near you, little shitter. Get it? I did. Don't know what that is, but it was driving me crazy. I was hoping I could get away with what little I had left on the wet palette to finish it, but need a little bit more. Okay. Clean this brush off. You can definitely tell what paint I've been using by looking at my water. It is pink at this point from how much red I've been using. Too zoned in, my model's freaking out. And see all the creepy crawlies trying to get in the house to escape the rain. Saw a little cricket on the ground. One of the downside / perks, depending on who you ask, of having a full basement. When the rain hits, everything wants to try and hide in here. Almost done. Perfect. That's 7 out of 10. Oh, man. What was that one? I got that one done in about 10 minutes. Not bad. Granted, it is just the coats on all of them. But this would be the end result once they're done, minus the mask. The mask is only on the combat engineers. I mean, they all wear a gas mask, but the combat engineers are the only ones that have the skull face plates. They're basically the Krieg Special Forces, which they kind of retcon them, because they used to just be called Krieg Grenadiers, which were basically like the Kriegsman version of the Kasserkin, or like the Tempestus Scions. Because it used to be, I'm pretty sure it used to be the Lord Tempestus Scions were supposed to be just what you called the like elite soldiers in the Guard, but now they're like their own special unit instead of just being like the best of the best guardsmen. Alright, I think I can do one more. I will do one more model. And actually, we'll go ahead and do this one, which I'm assuming is a commander. Just because this one will probably be the easiest one to get a good base coat on. Compared to the other two that I've got left. Might have had it in frame. That might be a good idea. I hope with the release of 11th edition, they come out with more like lore related stuff for the Krieg. Because I know on Warhammer Plus, they've already had a lot of stuff about like the Cadians, which they get a lot of attention because they're kind of like the de facto like guardsman army, but give some of the other factions some love. Give the Krieg, give the Steel Legion, give the Catechins, the Kim Dogs, the Attilan Rough Riders, the Janissaries. There's so many different Imperial Guard regiments that you could do lore over, and they kind of just stick with the Cadians when it comes to like any media other than the novels. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of novels about Krieg, but there hasn't really been any kind of official animation about them. They're featured in the animation with Sakan in it, but they're kind of just side characters in that episode. So we really don't learn a lot about them. I feel like maybe they don't want to do it just because it would probably just feel like a grimdark version of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Which, fair, because it is very similar. At least their general backstory. I mean, they are just like a clone army, literally, but I feel like their backstory is a lot more in depth, or I won't say more in depth. It's got its unique take on it that's not just Clone Wars. Man. Knocking stuff around. And one extra coat of paint and we will be done. Guys out of my way. Get all that excess paint off because there's a lot of it. Alright. Hey Tails, welcome in. You actually just caught me on the tail end of the stream. I was working on the last model I wanted to work on tonight. I am 8 out of 10 done. Well, I say done. I haven't even got their coats done. I'm just working on getting their coats painted. I haven't even started on anything else. But the coat is going to be the longest part, so. Once I can get that done, everything else will go by pretty quickly. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at our progress here. We have 8 out of 10 coats completely done. And I might do the rest off stream tomorrow, at least the coat part, just so I can start on the other parts of these models as soon as I stream again. We'll see. I definitely need to add a few things to the combat engineers. One is I need to actually add the glow to his plasma pistol. But that won't take too long. And then I need to add one thing I want to add to them, which is not something very common for people to do. But I'll probably just wait till I have all of the Krieg done, but I'm going to use this panel line accent color on it. And I've actually done that on a few of these. I actually did it to this one. You can see it adds a little bit of extra shading detail to it that you don't get with the other ones. You can kind of see the difference here. There's definitely some difference in coloring on the jacket compared to this, which is just the flat red. I definitely feel like it makes it pop a little bit more. And then I need to add some highlights to them, but I'm probably just going to save that for last because that's just going to take the most amount of precise placement of a brush. And I don't really feel like doing that right now. I want to try to get as much practice as I can doing all of the simple parts first. And then once I get a feel for it, then I'll start working on the highlight stuff. Because I feel like once I can show that I know how to use the brush properly, then doing the small additional stuff will be a lot easier and look way better. But at least with these, if I mess anything up, it's on such large sections of it, it doesn't really show that well. But that is where I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. So we're going to go ahead, find someone to raid. Let's see who is still streaming at this hour. Anyone that I know. There's a few. Let's see. I was kind of hoping another person might be still streaming that I saw when I started, but it looks like they've ended their stream as well. I think what I'm going to do I believe I rated this person Thursday? No. When did I rate them? Okay, so wait. Was that Thursday? That doesn't seem right. Because Thursday I streamed with Zombie and we did a triple raid. But you know what? I believe we just raided Sylvania, but I feel like raiding again. It was actually the first time I'd ever actually seen her channel last time I raided her, and it seemed like she has a really great personality and a very fun follower group. And it looks like she's kind of just started getting into Warhammer, kind of like me. I've known about Warhammer for a long time, but I didn't really start getting into the hobby till like a few months ago. So we'll go ahead and send the support her way. But definitely be sure to drop a follow or a sub on your favorite streaming platform. Chances are I stream on all of them if you aren't already. I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Time. And next week it will be purely gaming streams. I will try to have a schedule up and ready tomorrow. But until then, you guys are awesome as always, and I will talk to you all later. Deuces.